Esteemed seniors, has anyone ever shared the unfiltered truth about life after 80? Crossing into your 80s brings a subtle, yet profound shift that's rarely discussed. Not the obvious changes like slower mornings or milestone birthdays, but the deeper, often unspoken realities. This stage blends wisdom with lost presence, with distance peace, with moments of piercing loneliness. Without preparation, these shifts can catch you off guard, leaving you wondering, why didn't anyone warn me? In this video, we'll explore 5 brutal realities of life after 80. Not to alarm or sadden you, but to empower you with clarity. When you see these challenges coming, you can face them with strength, not surprise. We'll discuss the shrinking social circle, a body that no longer bounces back the creeping need for help, that feels uncomfortable the way society subtly overlooks you, and the quiet ache of regret when purpose isn't redefined. These truths may feel heavy, but they open doors to acceptance, resilience, and the chance to shape your later years with dignity only you define. Stay until the end for practical steps to navigate these realities. With open eyes, steady hands, and a heart held high, let's dive into what life after 80 truly entails and how you can thrive. Reality 1. A social circle that quietly disappears. One of the first realities after 80 isn't physical, it's relational. The people who once filled your life, friends, neighbors, siblings, begin to fade. Friends pass away, neighbors relocate, and even lifelong companions who called weekly may now reach out only every few months. It's not personal, it's the passage of time. But the resulting emptiness can feel hollow, no matter how independent you are. One morning you notice the phone rarely rings, invitations dwindle, and family visits become rushed. Loved ones still care, but they're busy with their own lives. Aging or distractions, leaving everyday interactions, once rich with laughter, thinning out. In your 60s and 70s, social life often remains vibrant with check-ins and gatherings. After 80, you may outlive friends or outpace conversations, and the shift is so quiet, you might not notice at first. Walter, 84, experienced this at his local coffee shop, a daily ritual for years. The staff knew his order friends met him without planning, but gradually those friends stopped coming. Some passed, others moved, or stopped driving. It's strange, Walter shared, to walk into a place where everyone knew your name, and now you're just the man in the corner booth. That loneliness isn't always loud. It's a silent dinner or a too quiet walk. Research from the CDC highlights that social isolation in seniors increases risks of depression, cognitive decline, and even mortality by up to 50%. Yet, knowing this reality empowers action. You can seek connection on your terms. Join a local senior center book club or church group. Online platforms like Zoom allow virtual meetups with old friends or new communities. Volunteering even an hour a week at a library or animal shelter rebuilds bonds. Consider Margaret, 82, a widow in a rural town. After losing her bridge club friends, she joined an online knitting group connecting with crafters worldwide. Her weekly video calls became a lifeline, sparking joy and new friendships. Start small, call one person weekly, write a letter, or attend a community event. If mobility is limited, explore apps like Meetup for local or virtual groups. Loneliness thrives in silence, but you dare to break it. Connection after 80 requires effort, but you've faced harder challenges. Comment number 1 below if this resonates, and share how you stay connected. Reality 2, a body that stops bouncing back. By 80, your body speaks loudly. Minor aches that once faded overnight now linger. Fatigue after a busy day may stretch into the next. The brutal truth is that small health issues can alter your life abruptly. You might feel fine in the morning, but by evening, dizziness, a sore leg, or a persistent cough demands attention. What was once brushed off with rest now requires doctor visits, tests, or hospital stays. Recovery isn't guaranteed to restore your previous state. Balance may falter, breathing may labor, and the bounce back fades. This unpredictability is challenging not just physically but emotionally. A misstep on stairs can mean weeks of recovery, A stomach bug can drain you for days. Gloria, 81, was an active gardener and book club member until a minor fall while trimming roses changed everything. It wasn't the injury, she said, but the aftermath. Weeks of rest led to months of reduced strength. Her confidence waned and her body treated rest as a full stop rather than recovery. Studies show that after 80, muscle mass declines by 1–2% annually, and inactivity accelerates this, making rest less restorative. To counter this, prioritize gentle movement. Try chair-based exercises. Lift knees 10 times per leg or do seated arm raises daily to maintain strength. Nutrition matters. Protein-rich foods like eggs or beans aid muscle repair. Hydration and sleep. 7 to 8 hours support recovery? Consider Helen, 83, who started a daily 10-minute chair yoga routine after a hip strain. Within weeks, her mobility and mood improved, proving that small efforts matter. Schedule a weekly walk, even 10 minutes, or ask a physical therapist for tailored exercises. Check vitamin D levels as deficiency affects energy. Respect your body's limits, not out of fear, but gratitude for its journey. A slower body still carries a strong spirit. Comment number 2. Below, if you're inspired to move more mindfully. Reality 3. A growing need for help. One of the toughest realities after 80 is needing help for tasks once done effortlessly. You avoid high shelves, grip railings tightly, or hesitate to drive in bad weather. This shift isn't sudden. It creeps in, challenging your sense of independence. For those who've spent decades caring for others, accepting help feels uncomfortable, even like a burden. You might skip errands or hide a stumble to maintain control, but this risks safety. Independence after 80 isn't about doing everything alone. It's about knowing when to ask for help. Eugene, 85, a war veteran and father of 4, prided himself on self-reliance. After slipping on an icy driveway, he kept it secret to avoid worrying his daughter. She noticed his hesitance and began weekly visits with groceries, turning coffee chats into a ritual. "It's nice not carrying everything alone," Eugene admitted. Similarly, Clara, 80, resisted a walker, but accepted one after a near fall, regaining confidence to visit her community center. Research shows that accepting assistance reduces fall risks by 30% and improves quality of life. Tools like grab bars, kitchen stools, or reminder apps preserve autonomy. Communicate needs clearly, say, "I need help with heavy bags," rather than vague complaints. List tasks that feel harder, e.g. climbing stairs, and discuss one with family or a doctor. Explore assistive devices like canes or smart home alerts. Accepting help isn't weakness. It's wisdom that protects your freedom. Comment number 3. Below, if this perspective shifts your view. Reality 4. A presence the world overlooks, a painful reality after 80. What? Is feeling invisible. Not to loved ones, but to society. Cashiers look past you, doctors address your children, or servers assume you can't decide. It's subtle but frequent stinging because you still want to be seen. Your life, work, family struggles feels dismissed because of wrinkles or gray hair. Ageism, often unintentional, forgets the strength it took to reach 80. Studies show ageism increases stress and lowers self-esteem in seniors. Irene, 86. A museum volunteer felt this when a visitor ignored her expertise, asking younger staff instead. "I'm used to it," she said with a sad smile, but her knowledge deserved respect. Similarly, Robert, 82, noticed waiters bypassing him at restaurants, speaking to his son instead. He started sharing stories of his career as a mechanic, reclaiming his presence with humor and warmth. You can fight invisibility. Join community boards, share stories at libraries, or mentor youth. Online platforms like blogs let you voice your experiences. Practice asserting yourself politely. Correct assumptions, e.g., "I'd like to order myself," or share a story to spark a connection. Your voice matters every time you speak. You remind the world you're here. Comment number 4 below if you felt unseen but are ready to shine. Reality 5. Regret if purpose isn't redefined after 80. Life slows, leaving space for reflection. This can be beautiful, but heavy if regrets linger, wishing you'd spent more time with loved ones or taken chances. Without purpose, this space turns into a quiet ache. Stanley, 88. A retired teacher felt hollow after retirement, saying no one needs me anymore. Purpose doesn't retire, it evolves. Stanley began tutoring kids at a local shelter, finding joy in their growth. Research from the Journal of Gerontology suggests a connection between purpose and lower depression and longer life. Purpose isn't productivity, it's presence. Mentor grandchildren, paint, or garden. Small acts like calling a lonely neighbor matter. Try one new activity weekly, writing a memoir, joining a choir, or volunteering. If regret weighs on you, journal about past joys to reframe your story. Purpose is your gift to yourself and others. Comment number 5 below if you're inspired to find new meaning. Reaching 80 is a testament to resilience, built on decades of love loss and effort. Facing these realities, shrinking circles, slower bodies needing help. Feeling unseen or seeking purpose takes honesty, not weakness. You're not alone in the silence, the stumbles, or the questions. You can choose connection through a call or club rest, with intention, help with courage, visibility with your voice, and purpose with small acts. Create a weekly plan. Monday, call a friend. Wednesday, try a 10-minute walk. Friday, share a story. Track progress in a journal. If loneliness or regret persists, talk to a counselor. Mental health matters. Consider Anna, 87, who joined a senior art class, turning solitude into creativity. Her paintings now hang in her community center, a testament to her presence. Your later years are a deep chapter. Every gesture carries weight. Comment one thing you'll try, like, and subscribe to. Keep learning. Your support fuels content that uplifts and informs. See you next time.